Hello everyone, I hope you're doing well and welcome to the YouTube channel. Yes, I know, I've finally done it. It's been a while, it's always been going through my head. I've had people ask me, Lucian, have you got a YouTube channel? Lucian, are you going to start YouTube? And to be honest, it's always been a thought in the back of my mind. But now I thought this project that's going to be happening, that we're going to be revealing to you guys today, is going to be the reason to start, essentially. It's a great project to probably, help uplift this channel and get people, following the series, following the project, following what we do. And I say we because it's not just me. Predominantly, you may see just me on this YouTube channel, obviously, because it is mine. And, I'll go through all of the projects we do, the reason why we're doing this project. Obviously, my car, for those of you who know already, the Tokyo Drift Veilside 350Z. But there's so much more coming to this channel. And like I said, the reason I say we is because it's not just me. I'm one of the 3 people who are going to be manning this project and getting loads of stuff done with it. Acquiring all the things that we need, helping do the builds, etc., finding all the places, you name it, absolutely everything. But one of the 3 people who's also with me today, his name is Ryan. He's a big, passionate fan of what we're about to reveal, which is why we work so well, and why this is going to be an incredible project for us to do. Here he is. He's first time on camera probably for a little while, I would imagine.
For a little while, yeah.
So this is Ryan. We met through a very close friend of mine who put us in contact, I suppose, and said, guys, do you want to do this together? And do you want to do something?
Yeah, so I happened to mention in conversation to this good friend what we were planning, and he said, I know just the guy. In fact, I work with him. So
yeah. So from a day job perspective, this colleague, I think you've been friends now for about 20, 30 years. So, I mean, a really nice thing to connect us and help us do this project. So without further ado, let's have a bit of a discussion about this. So for those of you who already follow me and know me, I'm a big Fast and Furious fan. Obviously, I've got a Tokyo Drift Veilside 350Z that I've built over time. So for me and Ryan, basically, this is kind of a bit of a nostalgia project as well as a passion project for our childhood, what got us into cars, finding the right cars, finding the right parts, and just doing it as best as possible. So I think that kind of probably sums it up a little bit already for you guys. So yes, we are going to do our best possible chance of building the UK's biggest Fast and Furious collection. Now, that can be from replicas, that can be from screen used cars, whatever we can essentially get our hands on, or completely build it from scratch, because these things aren't just available off the shelf nowadays. The parts are discontinued, they're rare, they're expensive. Most Japanese cars that were featured in these films tend to be going up in price and are, essentially finding it very difficult to acquire a good one. So obviously, we want to get this done as speedily as possible, but as accurate as possible as well. So if some things need to take time, that's absolutely fine. We totally get it. But if we can do things quicker or acquire things as they are already done, that's absolutely fine too. Because at the end of the day, we're here to do as much as we can, as quick as we can, or as best as we can. So whether that's acquiring one that's already done, rebuilding, doing it from scratch, adding a few bits, restoring something, that's what we're going to go for. So without further ado, I'm going to reveal the first 3 cars, aside from the Veilside 350Z, that we've got in this project, or that we're going to be adding to the collection. My car isn't in that collection yet because I still own it and I still want it. But on a separate note from the collection that we're building, myself, Ryan, and another member who can't be with us today because he's abroad, we're all collectively coming together to, get these cars, purchase them, and so on and so forth. So without further ado, let me reveal the first 3 cars that we've got. So here we are. Here are the first three cars that are going to be beginning this collection. For those of you who are Fast and Furious fans, you'll know exactly where these cars are from or where they replicate or what we're going to be building them into. So for number one, we've got the Mitsubishi Evo from Too Fast, Too Furious. Absolutely stunning car, pretty much 100% accurate. We then move on to the Harry truck or the Racer's Edge truck, which is the Ford F-150 SVT Lightning. And finally, probably my favorite, obviously, for all you guys who know that I love Japanese cars and my dream car is an R34 GTR. We've got this gorgeous Sonic Silver R34 GTR V-Spec. Now, obviously, the plan with this one is to turn this into the Too Fast, Too Furious Skyline, the most infamous Skyline probably from the franchise. It's an absolutely iconic vehicle. Most of you are probably thinking, oh no, you can't do that to a GTR because yes, this is of course a GTR, as I said. Don't worry, all of the parts, sorry, that we're going to be taking from this vehicle, we will be keeping as well, and there won't be too much essence of removing the originality from this car. You won't be cutting any arches necessarily. Most of the parts pretty much are replacement bumpers, side skirts, spoilers, all that kind of stuff. We won't be changing the color because we do want to keep the originality and as OEM as possible anyway. This car is the closest possible OEM color to the car in the film, which is a House of Color Platinum Pearl. So very, very close. So yeah, we want to keep the originality of that. Regarding the truck, now that obviously in the film is a stock Ford F-150 SVT Lightning anyway, with a couple of elements that are actually a bit older than this car. And the reason we've got this one is because the 2004 variant of the F-150 is the most reliable engine-wise. There isn't actually too much difference in the shape or anything like that. The only things we will really be changing predominantly is the center grille and the lower grille, purely because in the film they're honeycomb. And then, of course, adding the decal for the Racer's Edge, the company stickers on the side doors there and stuff like that. But the Evo, I mean, this car is pretty much already done. We're very luckily, able to have a good connection with somebody in purchasing this and buying it as is. It's a very, very good example as it is anyway. All of the decals or decals, depending on where you're from, are accurate. The wheels are accurate. The paint color is accurate. It's been fully resprayed. Everything is pretty much there. So we're very, very lucky to acquire that. And you've probably noticed from all three of these cars, it's been very, we haven't spared any expense in finding the right ones. We've seen quite a few versions of the truck, which ended up just being really rusty underneath. And as if they'd been in the ocean. And we really tried to find the best possible example, and it was actually through a private sale. So and quite close to us both for where we live, so that always helps. The GTR, I mean, look, if you're in the Japanese scene or you know of the Japanese importers in the UK, Harlow Jap Autos are probably the absolute best. And that is exactly where this GTR came from. So from a condition perspective, from a maintenance perspective, from everything about this car, from a mileage perspective, and some of the intricacies that it has and the add-ons that it has, this is a completely amazing example. And yeah, it's essentially, again, the best possible way we could do this with an OEM car. So yeah, there's no spared expense in this either. And again, we only want the best examples. And then again, when we move back to the Evo, essentially this car is a one of one here in the UK. There is nothing quite like it that we've seen or that we were definitely able to purchase. It is a stunning vehicle, and it was almost an instant, yeah, this is the one. We know that the previous owner took very, very good care of it, built it up to what it is today. Obviously, there's a few things that we need to attend to just to get it right. Some just technical small things, nothing that really affects the drivability or anything of the car, but just to get it to the point that we want it at. But overall, this collection here so far, the first three that we've got, are absolutely incredible. So that's it. As stated, this is going to be a bit of an introduction video to the channel. I really, really wanted to introduce you guys to essentially these three glorious cars that we're going to be starting with for this Fast and Furious project. There will be individual videos coming on these cars, so please stay tuned for those, because I know a lot of you will want to know the intricacies of each, what parts they feature, so on and so forth. So don't worry, there will be a lot of that. But what we're going to do now is just quickly take each of them for a little test drive, give you guys a bit of an idea of what they're like to drive, the performance, and just maybe some really, really nice engine sounds. This F-150's got a glorious supercharger in there. Obviously, everybody knows the RB26 from the GTRs, and the Evo's had some significant upgrades as well. So they all just sound absolutely amazing, and they do really make you feel like you're in one of the films. So let's move on to those test drives, just to give you guys a bit of a feel, and hopefully you enjoy that too. Finally, we are in my dream car personally, the R34 GTR V-Spec. This is going to be an incredible driving experience. Oh, stiff on the clutch there. Hear those little blow-off turbo sounds as well, sprawling. Turboed R34 GTR, so we're not running crazy power, but we're running something really nice, really healthy, and is very smooth. There we go, just pulling off the roundabout there, back down to a straight. I mean, it absolutely pulls. I'm sure you guys can see that just in the videoing there, just the sheer instant power that it brings. There's no hanging around for this car at all, and that's why these cars are so prolific and so perfect, and people want to do massive turbo builds on them, or engine builds, just to get them to an absolutely insane level where they become supercar killers. So yeah, even like this, even as smooth and as safe as we've currently got it running at, it doesn't matter. It's still doing some absolutely incredible stuff. Handling is really good. It's on the Olin suspension, big Brembo 6 or 5 pop brakes, I think it is, off the top of my head. We're just going to go straight over here, guys. Get ready to pull off once more. That's only just over 3,000 revs on that, and we're moving already. But once it hits that 4 and it starts screaming a little bit, just like that, it's just incredible. The feeling is incredible, the sound is incredible. Just wait till we turn this into the Too Fast Too Furious GTR. Honestly, it's going to be crazy. Watch out for it. Guys, so we're in the Evo, lovely summer's day, got some lovely blow off valve sounds. The sound of that, oh, this car pulls absolutely immensely. Turbo on this is very good. Some very notchy gear changes, but all part of the raw driving experience. Got this gorgeous flat bottom steering wheel that's aftermarket. Definitely makes the driving experience feel a ton better. Okay, we're now with Ryan behind the truck, the F-150 SVT Lightning. Ryan, tell us a bit about this truck. What does it feature? What's it like to drive? To me, it feels like an absolute boat, but a fast boat to say the least.
It's a very fast boat. Once you put your foot down, you'd be forgiven for forgetting that you're driving a pickup truck. It's 5.4 litre V8 supercharged, and it really goes some.
I'm looking forward to hearing that supercharger whine, because I've heard on these that they're absolutely consistent and they never, even from the get-go, they just start up and they sprawl. So hopefully we're just coming to a bit of a straight now. That's the type of whining you want to hear. Big V8 American muscle supercharged. How does the handling feel, Ryan? What's it like to drive this truck? Is it, you know, quite solid, quite planted on the floor?
So despite its size, it doesn't actually ride terribly high, so it's a fairly well planted vehicle. It was always made to be sporty. It was the fastest production pickup ever made when it was released. So they obviously put some thought into the handling to go along with the power, and you can tell.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, for a truck that's probably what, 2 to 3 ton, it doesn't hang around at all. And it's bright red. Can't miss it.
The sound of that V8 just gets addictive.
Thank you all so much for watching. That's going to be the end of the first video. Please, please, please look out for the individual videos on these cars coming very soon. We're obviously moving to the winter period, so in terms of good days to drive these cars, that might be quite a small amount. But otherwise, yes, I'll obviously inform you guys of when these do go up. So again, please look out for those videos. Please follow me on social media. I'll leave those links in the description or on screen, just to see anything else I get up to, as well as with the Veilside Tokyo Drift 350Z. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the next one.